Hey guys, today's in today's video, I figure I would update you guys on what's going to happen during these next couple months, and also what's going to happen during the new year as well. If you all are new here, and if it's first video of mine that you're seeing, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. So yeah, let's get started with this update video. So naturally, I've been recording nonstop since I got home. And so far, I'm trying to get my channel back to being in normal standings, but it's going to take a while. That's definitely a big problem with me. Happen that would make me, start and stop recording off and on. Is that I always have to get my channel back, and that can be a bit of a problem. So I'm trying my best to do what I can to do that. I'm going to try and stream on this channel, hopefully in the very near future. It's just that I do know that when Mizu does her Dono-a-thon, and I will link the video at the end of this video and also in the description. I plan on helping her out with her Dono-a-thon. So if I do stream it, it won't be after she reaches her goals, or be if I need to, I'll just co-stream while she's doing her Dono stream. So, like I say, we'll figure something out. Moving forward, some content I want to do is I still want to do those Sonic Archie comic dubs. I think those will be super fun to do. I've been meaning to, get started on that again. I forgot who was who. So if anyone that was a part of that and got a part for that, let me know down below on who you got, so I can make note of that, so that when we open up a new Discord, we will invite you all to it. And if anyone is interested in doing that, just comment down below. Eventually, my plan is to also cover the Fleetway Sonic comics, and also the IDW comics as well. I just gotta figure out if there's any copyright stuff with that. I don't think there is, but you never know. Copyright is weird. I also wanna, I still want to do some animation type stuff on this channel as well. So that's still in the cards, and of course, VTuber models for Sonic Shadow, and of course, Fane. And so yeah, that's some of the stuff I want to do. When it comes to the other channels, the DDC channel is seen on hopefully for the rest of this year and also next year. I'm gonna try to really work this channel and that channel heavily. I want to get my Stars channel going again, but that one has been kind of taking a back seat because I'm trying to get back used to recording, and I have plans for that Stars channel that I'm gonna need a computer for, because I found out there's this mod for Star Wars Jedi Knight Jedi Academy called Star Wars Legacy. I think that's what it's called. Let me just look at my YouTube history here, because I was watching some videos on it. Okay, it's called Star Wars Galactic Legacy, and I want to download that mod and actually stream that live. I think that would be super cool to do on Finn Dictum's Cantina. And that's another thing too, is that I had to remake my Star Wars server, because I'm not going to get into reasons why. Just if any of you are in a bad mood and in a bad place, get off Discord before you start doing some stupid stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. So there is a Discord server for my Stars channel, and I will link it eventually. It's just that the main priority right now is this channel for sure, and then the DDC channel, which eventually there will be a Discord server for that when we feel like we need one. You know, there's a lot of things I'm slowly working on, you know, trying to figure things out so I can really start focusing on doing YouTube. Twitch streams. Now, I did see that you can now multi-stream on both YouTube and Twitch, but their guidelines for it is weird with Twitch. I don't quite understand it all that much. So there might be still standalone streams on both Twitch and YouTube, or I might just focus on YouTube mainly with streams, and I might make a secondary channel for streams so that those views don't mess up with this channel, because I do know that streams can do that. So I'm thinking about making a secondary streaming channel for my main channel. It's just the problem is that unfortunately, you know, not everyone watches the updates, not everyone looks at the community posts, because I probably have a lot of subs that probably don't even watch my stuff anymore. And it's very much apparent because I have, let's see, around 1900, like 1950, and a lot of my videos don't give views. Now, I'm not complaining because I know it's because I start and I stop, which I plan on putting a stop to doing that. That's a big reason why, you know, I plan on getting a laptop and a capture card. So this way, no matter what situation gets thrown at me, I can still work. And that's, and I know I said that in a previous update video, but that's the plan. We should be ordering the new laptop here soon. And I know who I'm going through. I'm going to go through Alienware with Dell. And before any of the computer experts tell me how bad Alienware computers are, my first gaming laptop I've had was a Alienware, and I had no issues with it. None. I just don't want to go through a computer place like Origin and deal with that level of BS that we went through with Origin. So now we're going to move on to collaborations. Now, obviously, I just collaborated with Mizu, where we did San.exe and Grim vs. Ruby. And now there will be more collabs coming. I'm not going to do them as much because they're not as special then. Even though that I love doing them with my friends, I don't want to burn myself out and burn you guys out with doing them. So, you know, I might do some for like, I might do one once a month, and we might try to, you know, we might experiment with that. And it's not always going to be would you rather either. Of course, when it comes to videos, you know, those aren't, in my opinion, I don't, it's weird, right? Because it's like, I know one I want to do for the DDC this month, with Mizu. So, but for this channel, there's been one I've been wanting to do as well. I'm trying to figure out if I should do it by myself or do it with someone else as well. So I'm thinking on what to do a lot with ideas and stuff. I have a lot of ideas planned out actually for all my channels. That was the one good thing about taking this break, was that I was able to get ideas. As for the show I want to do, the Ruby Killer, as I like to call it. That's a little bit of a, and before any Ruby fans get angry at me for saying that, that's a bit of a, I guess, that's a bit of a nod to when, like, anytime there was a game that came out, the first Halo came out, people would always call their game like the Halo Killer, or the Halo killer app. This show is not going to be similar to Ruby. I can tell you this much. If you guys are the same level of tone as Ruby, my show's going to be a lot darker, and it's going to be a lot brutal. And I do know next month I'm going to start getting stuff going for that. The big hurdle for me is that I'm not good at writing stuff. My grammar sucks. So I'm gonna have to do research on how to write a script, and I'm literally gonna have to teach myself. Because I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go to film school just to learn how to do something. And I'm sure that there are other people that has done shows and they probably never went to school or a freaking animation class and all. The good thing about modern day is that we can learn something on our own without needing to spend the muku bucks on going to a school to do it. But yes, that show is a top priority for me, and it's something I want to do. It's a passion project, and I know that there's a good chance it may not get much views. But I'm hopeful that if it does well, then I can really go ahead and do that. That's why I'm hoping also next year, and hopefully if Mizu is able to move up to me very soon. That's something that I want both of us to work on, is to find a building somewhere in my town that we can make into our own studio. Because the fact is, we both have dogs and they like to bark. So that this way we can have a quiet place to go if we need to record or stream or whatever. This is something I've been thinking about for a while. I want to do this professionally. I want to be able to really go at this hard. That's why I'm trying to get things set up to where no matter what happens, I'm going to be able to record no matter what. Plus, not to mention too, having a laptop, not only that, but having a laptop will allow me to have a secondary screen, which would allow me to read chat. So having a laptop will really come in handy for when I'm using my desktop. So that's it for the general idea of stuff that I wanted to do. Now, when it comes to the rest of this month, to November and December, it's going to be nothing but work. That's the goal. And actually, what's going to be cool is that there's a good chance during Mizu's Dono-a-thon, you all might actually be able to hear me actually record stuff. You know, I think that could be something cool to do for her Dono-a-thon. Is actually to where people can actually hear us and see us actually record something. I think that would be pretty cool. You know, you guys would be able to kind of get a peek in the, behind the scenes. But yes, November and December is going to be. That's the plan. That's the busy season. That's holiday time. So I want to try and get my channel back to being in good standings before the start of November. And you know what? If it doesn't, I'm not gonna rush. I'm not gonna rush the process. I know how YouTube works by now. Eventually, the algorithm will pick me up and then carry me forward. And it is gonna do what it's gonna need to do eventually. Now, as for January, now obviously last year I mentioned how, I would take the month off in January, and then I would start back up in February. Well, because I took a long hiatus, I'm not going to do that. So I probably won't be taking a break until 2025. But even then, I may not either, because I feel like I have lots regardless. So we shall see. But if I start getting burnt out, I will take a break. But it probably will just be like a couple week break. Just right now, I know that that there is going to be no breaks or stopping this train at all. I know that not only do I enjoy doing this, but I also want to make this a way for me to make income. Because right now, my income with ad revenue is honestly, before all the freaking inflation stuff happened in the world, I would have been able to probably buy me a Coke from McDonald's and maybe like a small cheeseburger. So that's why my plan is I want to see if this is something that I'm meant to do. Because I think I'm meant to do it. I love doing it. I enjoy doing it. So it's going to be really interesting. And I'm excited. So if you all have any questions on talked about, just leave them down below. And I hope everyone enjoys their weekend. And I shall see you. Yeah, I shall see you next week. And actually, Tuesday, which is Halloween, I will be putting up a cool Halloween inspired Sonic lore video. I just got to figure out what I'm gonna do that, because there's so much I can do, because there's so many, like, horror themed levels in Sonic. So I think it could be rather fun. So anyways, you guys, take care.